People are going to be seeing purple, Jackie.
I think they already are. Hello,
See what I mean?
purple. Because there is a purple soiree to talk about that people need to know about with the Alzheimer's Association. Always an important topic that we like to discuss here as often as possible, which means we always have one of our dear friends, Courtney Green, joining us in studio.
Thank you. Good to see you guys.
Yes, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. We're really excited about tonight. So June is Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. And there are just a number of activities and events going on throughout the month, but this one tonight is very special and it kicks it off. It's the inaugural Purple Soiree. So it's a gala and it's really with our presenting sponsor LCS Foundation and LCS. They are awesome partners with the Alzheimer's Association, have been involved for a number of years. Their employees are involved, and so we've partnered up to put together this beautiful gala event here in Des Moines.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so let's meet our other guest here, Bridget Uhlman. Yes.
Bridget.
So you're Director of Corporate Legal Affairs with Life Care Services, as you mentioned, being a huge sponsor of the event, the soiree that's happening tonight. Why is this so important for this organization?
So LCS owns, manages, and develops retirement care communities across the United States. So we currently serve over 30,000 seniors every single day.
Wow.
And 1 in 3 seniors actually die from Alzheimer's disease. So this is a cause that's very near and dear to our hearts.
Right.
We have a LCS Foundation, and one of the main pillars of that foundation is to find a cure to Alzheimer's disease. We want to find that first survivor. So we are just so excited to partner with the Alzheimer's Association, and this event has just been a dream of ours for years, so we're so excited.
And it's really special because this is the first time event, and you guys have done rather well ticket-wise, haven't you?
So, you know, thanks to LCS, we really reached out to the corporate community because, you know, when you think about people who are currently working in corporate America, a lot of them are taking care of elderly parents and oftentimes still have kids at home. And so a lot of times they have a hard time, you know, they may need to leave work early. They may need to go part-time in many cases because they're caregivers to their elderly family members. And so we reached out to the corporate community. They delivered like crazy. The table sponsors sold out immediately.
Wow.
We opened it up to the public. It was open for maybe 5 minutes. It was not open very long, and it's completely sold out.
That's wonderful.
That's the best news of all.
It's the best. So we really want to, you know, urge people next year to put it on the calendar for the first week of June. We're going to be doing this again. We don't have a venue yet. We're just trying to get this one.
Circle it on your calendar now. Okay.
Circle it because it's just. I think it's just going to be such a fabulous event.
Be part of the soiree. Now you mentioned kind of the month of June is going towards the purple for awareness. So are there other activities or things happening?
Yeah, there are. So this Sunday, June 9th, is Memory Sunday. So in the African American churches, particularly Corinthian Baptist Church here in Des Moines, they are going to announce from the pulpit at both of their services that African Americans are twice as likely to develop Alzheimer's. And there's a lot of stigma in the African American community. And so we're really kind of trying to break that, get people talking, get them reaching out for information, for support groups, for education, and care consultations in case you have hard decisions to make. So that's June 9th.
Okay.
June 21st is the longest day. So that's what my pin says.
Your pin says, yep.
And the longest day is the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. And we say the day with the most light is the day we fight. And it's a day of action. So you can do an activity, an event. There are a number of bike rides going on where people raise money in honor or in memory of somebody who has is living with or has died from Alzheimer's or dementia. And so the longest day is a really, really big event. And then looking forward to August is our Walk to End Alzheimer's, which is the largest fundraiser. Again, LCS is our largest corporate sponsor, and they have the largest walk team because, as Bridget mentioned, their employees are so plugged in and engaged with the Alzheimer's Association. So there's just a lot going on.
A lot to look forward to.
So Courtney, you've been working with this organization for a little while now. What have you learned since coming over here? Because I'm sure it's opened your eyes.
It really has. So I think that the main thing I've taken away from it is that people need to understand that they are not alone. I think when people get that diagnosis, it's so devastating, and it's like, where do I turn? Where do I go next? And that's what we are here for at the Alzheimer's Association. Our services are completely free. There is no charge in order to access, you know, to go to support groups, to get just a buddy who can help kind of walk you through that. The other thing I think that has been most eye-opening is that everybody in the Alzheimer's community has a sense of humor about the disease. People who are living with it have to stay upbeat. You know, their lives, once they get that diagnosis, I think I've learned that their life is not over. It's different and it's changed. But they have to really change their perspective and keep a sense of humor. And I think that's my biggest takeaway is that, you know, I thought I was going to come into an organization that's sad and depressing, and it's the exact opposite. People are optimistic. They are excited to raise money to, as Bridget mentioned, to find a cure. and to just continue to let people know that they're not alone.
That is good news for those people that might be surrounded.
I think it goes back to that event you were talking about coming up this weekend of community, of realizing when you get that diagnosis, be like, okay, I can take this on, I can handle it, I'll do what I can, and there is help out there.
There is.
You can work with this community of wonderful support and realize you need to take care of yourself as well as that loved one.
And we also want to mention on the Purple Soiree, we have our headliner is an Iowa native, a singer-songwriter, who in February lost his mother to Alzheimer's. His name is Jay Allen.
Okay.
He's in Nashville. He just got into town early this morning, so that's why he couldn't be here with us this morning.
Yeah, we were trying to get him in here, but he
yes,
couldn't
we
make
were
it.
trying. And so this is Jay, and his mother was diagnosed at the age of 48 with
Wow, that young.
early onset Alzheimer's. And he wrote a song called Blank Stares because he said as the disease progressed, his mother kind of lost the ability to recognize him. But there was something about the music that she would respond to. And so he wrote this song called Blank Stares, and he would bring his mother up on stage as he performed it. And it was written in honor of his mother, and now it's in her memory. And the proceeds from Blank Stares go to Alzheimer's facilities. And Jay and his band's called the Stallions, have performed at Alzheimer's events across the United States, and through their efforts have helped raise more than $30 million.
Oh my goodness.
So it's an Iowa boy that has done very, very well.
it.
Here he is. We're so proud of him, and so we're so excited that he has agreed to come on. Bridget had an opportunity to see him at one of our national events.
He's a great performer. We're so excited to have him here tonight.
And he's going to close the show with that
He
song.
is, yes. He's going to close it with Blank Stares.
Oh, there won't be a dry ice in the
That is
house.
awesome that you did that. And so many people are going to be affected by Alzheimer's if they're not already, which is something you have to really keep in mind.
You know, there's 5.8 million Americans that are currently living with the disease, and there's 65, and that's over the age of 65. And then there's 65,000 Iowans living with it. But you know, Jay's mother would not have been included in that count because she was 48 when she was diagnosed. So it really is a public health crisis. We're excited. Lieutenant Governor Adam Gregg will be be presenting the governor's proclamation.
Nice.
Proclaiming June as Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. So, we have some fabulous MCs. Heather Burnside will be.
HB's going to be there.
HB's going to be there, and her fabulous husband, Sergeant Paul Parisi.
There you
They're
go.
going to co-MC the event tonight.
That's
so
awesome.
It should be just a really wonderful time.
There's a lot of amazing things happening. So again, get it on your calendar for next year because it is sold out. But if people want to learn more, maybe if they just want to make a donation because this has touched their family or they know this is something they need to put forth effort to, how can they do that?
You know, it's really easy. You can go to alz.org/Iowa. You can donate there. You can get information about our upcoming events. You can get information about the longest day. And also, it's never too early to start thinking about WALK. It is our largest fundraiser. And so, you know, that's on August 24th here in Des Moines. There are 18 walks across the state. So no matter where you live, you can plug into one of the walks to end Alzheimer's. So we really want to thank you for having us in this.
We want to thank Life Care Services for all the great work and sponsorship that you're doing of making sure this is known and sold out and we can all be a part of this again in the future.
Well, it's our honor, and again, the LCS Foundation is just so happy to partner with the Alzheimer's Association for this great event, and thank you for having us here this morning.
We're doing some great things and
Appreciate
hopefully find a cure. Cross our fingers.
That's
the whole idea.
There you go.
You bet.
If nothing else, throw on your favorite purple outfit today so people know what's going on.
Got your party dress ready?
I do.
Okay.
And it's purple too.
Who'd have thunk it? Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you both.
It is 9:20.